Okay then, Helldivers, some great news coming from the community today as Twinbeard has made his return from his 6 weeks holiday. We've got some information on that and obviously his response to a lot of people coming back to the shambles that has been the Flamethrower nerf and more. We're going to go over that today, plus the update that we had earlier on this morning that we did a video on already. We've had a bit more time to sink into it and we've got a post here that you guys need to see. So with that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Check out our sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can buy your games cheaper for PC and consoles with the best deals, offers, promotions and discounts up to 70% off, and even the new Wukong's on there, dirt cheap. Go ahead, grab it now, click the link in the description and get your games a bit cheaper today. That being said, let's see what's going on. So starting off, Twinbeard has been responding to a lot of people over on the Discord as he has now officially returned. He's been away for around 6 weeks, 5 weeks of which he's been dealing with his child's newfound diabetes. So from everybody here in the Cloud Nation, we send our full support to you, my dude, and hope that everything is okay with your child. We never wish anything bad upon that ground. So make sure you show him some love in the Discord the next time you're in there. I feel like he may well need it. But he's been responding to a lot of people. He had a post go up to him saying, "What's moving under the hood at the moment? We aren't hearing much," and essentially asking what the update is with the game. He states, "Yo, yeah, a lot of us have been on summer holidays. Summer is slow in Sweden, as mentioned before. This week, most are coming back, so expect more comms in the near future about all things Helldivers and Arrowhead. Looking forward to getting down and dirty." Now, this guy is literally the saving grace of the company and is definitely probably one of the more underrated characters. He seems to really get in there with the community and respond to as much as he can, as quick as he can, and he has not failed us today. Now, he had a load of questions going up towards him, of which he responded to one of them stating this right here. "I hope you don't think that was a personal, as in me avoiding questions," because he had obviously said that there was no more questions for now. Anyway, getting past that. "I was going into a meeting right after you asked. Feedback is not ignored. We convey a ton of stuff. Write weekly sentiment reports and drop stuff and suggestions all the time. It may seem like a lot is ignored due to the fact that we can only squeeze in a fraction of all of the things that a player asks for, but still, in terms of us/Arrowhead not adhering well enough to questions, feedback and concerns, that's Silf else Albert Def related." I have no idea what the hell that means. I'm presuming that's in a different language, maybe. "Currently, we're trying to find and decide the best tool to monitor feedback, whether it's Canny, Please Fix, or STH Health entirely. I personally don't care." Okay, that just confirms. Nope, they were talking about the feedback related usages. Okay, that makes more sense. I look stupid now. I'll leave this in here nonetheless. "I just think it's imperative that we start using something. I think most people on a decision-making level at Arrowhead agree it's really important, so things should definitely improve in that aspect going forward." Dinner time. But yeah, he is right. I think that there's a lot of problems with regards to the game. The only thing that I can't really understand though is they're saying that feedback isn't being heard correctly and there are a lot of things that are issues. I think the community's been pretty damn loud with regards to this Flamethrower nerf, has been pretty damn loud with the way that the game has been over most recent weeks, and I think is probably enough to actually know exactly what the community are thinking. So even though they may not have all of these support methods in place at the moment, I think as a community you guys have definitely been loud enough to actually adhere to what it is that people are trying to say. So yeah, it's a really weird one, because even after that, we're going to get into it a bit later, but the Flame nearly had another nerf and made it even worse today, so we'll take a look at that one. But somebody posted at Twinbeard stating that he's among those people who aren't exactly happy right now, but has to acknowledge that they are human beings and they're thankful for dealing with all of this. Obviously, Twinbeard's come back to a bit of a mess, so make sure that you are taking a bit of a lighter hand with this dude. He's genuinely doesn't have a clue really what's going on at the moment. He's trying to get all the information he can, but he states, "Thanks, I get the frustration, we'll do better. I know we've said it before, but we're adamant too. This week most of the stuff is getting back from vacation, so we'll be able to pick up on lots of stuff. Thanks for hanging in there. You have a good rest of your day as well." well. And then he obviously had one statement right here, as the CEO had stated in a question and answer process it entwined with the devs processes, but the recent patches are obviously saying otherwise. He states right here, needs improving, definitely. No one is contradicting that. We're improving, but it takes time, and we're well aware some recent events weren't optimal due to several reasons, but no use to sweep things under the rug. We need to improve, and this is a primary focus at the moment. Better internal processing, meeting demands, getting better tools for feedback, etc. I think using this process of just saying about getting better tools for feedback, I don't think that's the biggest issue. We know full well what the biggest problems inside of the game are right now. Yes, you do need better like memories of being able to actually have the feedback go through to the right people. Yes, fair dues. Like, we need that thing in play. But nonetheless, on top of that, we know exactly what the problem is right now. I think that that's a bit of a poor excuse as to why things are bad at the minute. It's because that they're not hearing feedback correctly. Guys, you're hearing feedback perfectly fine right now. You're getting nothing but. Anyway, something that happened today was a update that went through, and there's a post with nearly 3,000 upvotes that states they nerfed the Flamer even harder today. It's probably bugged, but we'll have to take a look here. It states, I find it hard to believe that Arrowhead did it on purpose, but just not effing testing anything they do is bad enough. How can you get all this flack for nerfing the Flamer, release yet another statement promising changes, and then effing nerf the poor thing again? After today's patch, the Flamer will now barely hurt chargers in the ass at all. I do not have a video, but it's easy enough to take a kill charger mission with the Flamer and try it out. I bought stun grenades, stunned it, and flamed its ass for the duration of the stun. I started with 3 grenades, and it was still fine after that. So I kited and called in a resupply. It was only after 10 stun grenades worth of flame damage directly to the ass did it but explode. I'd estimate it took 3.5 tanks of fuel to do this, but of course I was topped off when picking up new grenades. Edit, there's someone below, hopefully linked to the streamer testing this too. Tried it myself and did not see this video until now, but for some extra visual proof there is a link there as well. It's absolutely insane to think that after all of the feedback that we've had, there is still a biggest problem with the Flamer. They're nerfing it even harder. Now again, it must have been a bug. There's no way that's been intentionally done. There's no way on this earth that they would be stupid enough to give it a little bit less power to cause more issues inside of the community. So I would like to say that they're probably going to address that one real soon, and that will probably be rectified at some stage or another, but it just isn't a great look. Although at the moment there is articles and everything going everywhere, people are posting up all over the place stating that the reviews are tanking. I'm definitely not seeing it, as overall all reviews are mostly positive, with 662,000 of the reviews in the game being positive right now. But over the most recent ones, we're now on a mixed review basis, where 43% of the 11,000 user reviews in the last 30 days are still being positive. So even though, yeah, it's still leaning on the 60-40 range, this still isn't really a massive problem. I don't really understand why articles are picking up that reviews are tanking, unless they're trying to urge that one along. I have no idea whatsoever. But as far as I'm seeing, the game is still in decent stead with the review basis. We'll have to wait and see. But now that we know that Twinbeard is now back, and Johan is going to be making his return very soon, or at least we don't know if he's back yet, but he should definitely be back within the next few days, then yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. But as we end the video, we're going to dive on in and go through the top comments of the last video we uploaded earlier this morning and see what it is that you guys had to say about it. We obviously had the new Flame update that we had posted up, and apparently, according to some YouTubers, it was buffing it all. It just hasn't seemed to have gone that way round. Maybe we should be trying these things out before some people post. Nonetheless, what we've got right here is this first post that states, realism, I see and count over 120 super credits in the container. Pick up the super credits, get 10 super credits. Hell yes to realization of the realism. We love that one 100%. They can't urge down the factor of realism too much, because I think that they're trying so hard to try and make it more realistic that they're just not making it realistic whatsoever. That's my personal opinion. Let me know yours in the comments. But second comment we've got right here, we can hope the game will be turned in the right direction going forward, but the dev Alexis still needs to go. Now, I don't know if this is exactly the right statement to be making. Has Alexis made some mistakes in the past? Yeah, mainly towards community communication towards the community as far as I'm aware, but no one person makes the changes inside of this game. It has to be like a collective overhaul. So the fact that these things have been changed and alterized hasn't just been Alexis sitting at a desk and going, I'm going to change this and I'm going to change that. It has to go through a process and numerous people have to agree, which apparently Arrowhead are really big on with their meetings and all that sort of process, that everybody is kind of on board with the same sort of topics. So as much as I agree Alexis has made some mistakes in the past, I think that trying to put all of the blame on this one person is just not the way going forward, even when it is revolving the balance patches. Anyway, moving on to the third comment we've got right here. A hotfix is not a nerf, it's just what to expect after a big patch to occur. That's very true. It's definitely not a nerf. It hasn't been a nerf, and even then, the patch that they've actually put into play is so damn frustrating because it's genuinely made things a little bit worse for them. I'm really hoping that they turn this around soon and we see another update come up in the next couple of days to make some changes backwards, but we'll have to see exactly how it goes. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, like, subscribe. Appreciate all of your faces, but as always, I'll see you in the clouds.